The Defense Threat Reduction Agency supports groundbreaking research. This research has far-reaching applications and is often completed by U.S. universities. Increasingly, the landscape of institutions capable of responding to the needs of the warfighter is diversifying. DITRA has capitalized on these new resources, including those presented by historically black colleges and universities. I recently spoke with Dr. Marwin Bikdash, a scientist at North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University, an HBCU. There, Dr. Bikdash is the Director of Computational Science and Engineering. He has participated in multiple research projects for DITRA. His latest studied critical infrastructure survivability.
Something like the highway system, the medical emergency or emergency system in general, taking people to emergency room, the power grid, the data network, the water supply. All of these are large networks that form our infrastructure, and they are designed and optimized essentially independent of each other. However, in a severe situation, they interact in rather unpredictable ways that we don't fully understand because we typically don't design them together. So part of my work was to understand the vulnerability of these systems in general, understand how they interact, identify where are the weakest points, and develop or recommend mitigation strategies that can help responding, also recovering from and dealing with the aftermath. These problems that can really be addressed only by DITRA. It requires quite a bit of thinking outside the box about a rather unusual problem.
Penn State University's Megan Flannery Hayes worked with Dr. Bikdash on this project. She believes that HBCUs have inherently unique characteristics which can provide an added edge to those scientists who work with them.
I'd say probably the one unique thing about each of the HBCUs and NCAT in particular is whenever they propose a project that involves students and student research, they always have a student in mind and a student that's available. And I've worked with other universities where the PI will propose, it'll be me and 2 grad students. And then you go to start the project and they don't have any students. They go a whole semester without starting the work because they can't get students, can't get them on. They don't plan enough in advance. So maybe because they're small universities, they have a better connection with their student body and the students' availability.
With his research, Dr. Bikdash has successfully supported the DITRA mission, and as an added benefit, it has also successfully supported his students as well.
Part of the benefit comes from the fact that these difficult DITRA problems, research problems, require a very unique sets of skills. So it was a good opportunity to combine skills that people usually don't combine. For instance, combining graph theory with electrical engineering, with maybe more the highway system. So a lot of these things would not be typically combined. Our students, the students who worked on that project, developed a unique set of skills that were very helpful to them and in their career. One particular case, he was a PhD student who was hired by Google essentially to work on their cloud computing infrastructure and to help them assess the vulnerability of that system. He told me that when he was invited to the interview in California, he found out that they actually read his dissertation. They found that many concepts there were very promising. This is a very exciting time at NCAT, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
As the next generation of research institutions continue to diversify, the Defense Threat Reduction Agency will continue to harness the unique benefits of emerging research institutions to further the mission. This has been a production of the Defense Threat Reduction Agency.